West YouTube. It's your boy Big Ray West. You tuned in to GFG TV.
This is Juno, and you're tuned in to GFG TV.
Here we go.
All right, there we go. I remember when I heard about it. I was at work, and however I heard it, and it hurt me. Okay, and at no way am I condoning it or nothing like that. Okay, but we live in a world where there is some division. But it's hard to tell 5-year-old Juno to stop loving his hero. And the Hawkster didn't do that. Terry Hogan did that. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as that, I'm still going to rock with Hulk Hogan, as far as that goes.
What are your thoughts on the lack of African-American heavyweight champions in the WWE?
It's clearly bull, you know. And the WWE, they've always kind of had the ownership as the heel, and the heel meaning the bad guy. Ownership has always been the bad guy in the storyline because they always are trying to do what's best for business. And I blame some of this on the fan base too of wrestling, as far as the lack of African American championships, because I'm not sure they would accept it. So I'm trying to figure out, is it WWE being racist, or is it because they can't put an African American champ out there for the fan base to follow? But either way, it's bull.
Who's your favorite African American wrestler?
I guess the easy thing to say is Junkyard Dog. You know what I'm saying? Come out with the chain around his neck and shit, and headbutt you and do all that. And it just, growing up, he was kind of that first one for me. You know, so I'm going to go JYD.
You still follow professional wrestling today?
Yeah, I do. You know, maybe not as hard as when I was a child, but I definitely do. They got Raw out there, Monday Night Raw. They got your Friday Night SmackDown. And I tune in.
It's actually something I'm excited about, having a son.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
get them involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is one of your favorite matches of all time?
Ooh, there's a lot of them, but the one that comes to mind is when Hulk Hogan went up against the Ultimate Warrior, and they battled it out. And at this time, the Hawkster's still invincible, you know, and the Ultimate Warrior got him. But I always say the Hawkster pinned him first, but obviously the ref had to be incapacitated, you know, and then the Ultimate Warrior pinned him, but the ref was incapacitated. But then ultimately the Ultimate Warrior got his due and got the dub. So it hurt like a motherfucker. It's all good. A lot of Ultimate Warrior fans out here. I'm the Ultimate Warrior fan too, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Ultimate Warrior was another one of those like mysterious, like I would say Sting-esque almost, you know, just because of the mystery there.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
The way they played some of the characters, you know, the way that they introduced them to the storylines and everything.
Yeah. One of the things about wrestling, and to really elevate yourself in wrestling, is you got to be able to talk while the camera's in your face, the mic is in your face. The Hawkster could do that. Ric Flair could do that. And the Ultimate Warrior could do that. He could take you to the parts unknown or whatever it is that he, you know, claimed to be from. Like, he could take you there. So that's huge, man. That mic skill. Mm-hmm. So got to be able to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The instant, you know, the instant connection you have with some of your wrestlers, you know, that you have that forever. That's like a sports team in itself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You got your favorites, regardless, and then you got those heels that may not be the same heels that everybody else thinks are heels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just people that you hate just drive you up the wall.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. Name some wrestlers that you really did dislike.
Dislike?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess you could say respect the game, but never been a fan of Ric Flair. Never quite understood it until I really dove in and listened to the guy talk. Amazing on the mic. Him and Arn Anderson and the Four Horsemen were absolutely amazing on the mic. Couldn't stand them, but they were great at what they did. They were great at it.
Talk that shit.
Yeah.
So let's talk St. Louis Cardinals. How do you feel about the current team?
The current team is about average, okay? I mean, nothing popping off the screen right now. They're in a bit of a rebuild, cutting salary, trying to figure out that I-70 rivalry. So to make a trip to Kansas City is easy. You can go down and back in a day if you want to. You can get a room for the weekend, whatever. So we'd go see them play the Royals a lot. Made a couple of trips to St. Louis. Seen the second Busch Stadium, the one with the arches all around, and the big arch in the background. Went to the stadium they have now. I want to say the first year it was built. It's actually beautiful. It's got that kind of red clay color to it, and so it's just fun. And everything around, it's in downtown St. Louis, so you also got all the bars and restaurants, and you got the river down there and all that. So it's actually, a good little atmosphere inside the stadium and outside of the stadium as well.
St. Louis is dope.
Mm-hmm.
That city's a rough city.
Yeah, they say,
That
they definitely
city's
say
a
that.
rough city.
Yes.
But the money they put into their downtown area, which is where the stadium and everything is, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you could even. We went to a baseball game, and then walked and seen the Rams play a preseason game. Like it was kind of where the season was still overlapping. So we did that even.
Yeah, no, they're right there.
Yeah, so you never get that face to face, that camaraderie.
There are a lot of people you play against, you never even know who they were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So fantasy football, how did you do this year?
I did all right. I was in 5 leagues. I hold myself to an extremely high standard. So, I was trying to win all 5. I didn't get any rings this year, which is disappointing to me. But typically, I'll walk away with at least one of them. But I didn't get one this year. But I always represent myself quite well when it comes to fantasy. So.
How long have you been playing fantasy football?
Started way back. It could be like, in a 2005 range, back at work, me and a couple other dudes, me and a dude named Darren, we was just betting a couple dollars here and there on a game, this game, that game, whatever. And then Casey comes in and he's like, man, y'all should try fantasy football. I was like, all right. And then there was me and Casey, Darren, and Todd, and we had a little 4-man league. And just been doing it through work ever since. Joined a couple of leagues. My man Ray started a league, GFG. My brother has a league, FUBAR. And we do it every year, man. And we just try to battle it out with the Derrick Henrys of the world. And, Aaron Rodgers and all that. So, we all think we're better than we really are probably. But, just try to represent, man. Let them know you know what you're doing.
Change of speed, breaking news. Baltimore Ravens release Mark Ingram.
Okay. That was kind of coming. They started going with JK.
Okay.
So it was kind of coming. He was inactive in his last game.
So is that financially they released him at that time for that reason, do you think? Or
The man's no longer in BMO.
On Tuesday he's being released.
He'll find a little backup spot somewhere.
Rams take him.
Yeah, they could use another guy. Everyone's going to 2-headed monsters nowadays. So, they'll find a spot.
What's the most money you won playing fantasy football?
I won my league at work. It's a nice little pot to win. I probably won, we'll say $550 for a league, winning. So it's always nice. It's pay bill money. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I just cleared some of my bills off the table right there. So, you know, it's good. It's good when you get it.
NBA Finals 2021 predictions?
I guess Brooklyn did a lot. They picked up James Harden. They got Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? They got Kevin Durant. So I think it's going to have to go through Brooklyn in the East. And I think it's still the Lakers again this year.
Talk to him.
And it should be a battle. If everybody's healthy, it should be a battle. It should be a 7-gamer. And right now, if everything works out with it being early in the season, I think Brooklyn might be able to knock them off. My prediction. Kyrie comes back and they get this thing rolling. They keep it all together. They should be able to get it done.
Oh. Anything else, Dave?
What is your favorite sports game of all time?
Like a game I watched and was
Like a game like PS4, Xbox,
Okay.
Nintendo, Sega, like sports games.
Arcade.
Okay, so back in the day, I used to love the NCAA football on PlayStation 2. And I used to do tournaments and stuff. They used to set up these little tournaments. I finished second one year. I got a little plaque in my basement for finishing second. So that was my shit back in the day. I don't do it like I used to, but if I ever decided to, I could get back on and be the monster that I used to be.
Where's your wish? Where's your wish date?
This might have been... Is this after Reggie Bush? But I mean, if he was on the game, he was dope. I mean, you know what I'm saying, that type of thing. But, you know.
Tell us your relation to Ladainian Tomlinson, LT.
Okay, Ladainian Tomlinson. So, he married my niece, my brother's daughter. And it was actually very dope because we all caught a plane to San Diego, beautiful San Diego. Went to the wedding, went on a cruise, little Bay Area cruise, and everything was just immaculate. You know, she's coming down the aisle. Before she comes down the aisle, is at this little plantation with, you know, a pond with swans, and, you know, she's coming down in a horse carriage, you know what I'm saying, and all that. It was nice. I mean, and at the wedding and the reception, I mean, I'm introducing myself to Marty Schottenheimer. Drew Brees is sitting over there. You know, I'm sitting. Man, we on the boat, on the cruise, you know, we just went off and smoked some weed with his brother and shit, you know, it's all good, we all good. And just had a great time, man. Just had a great time. So he married my niece, man. It was dope.
So, just wrapping it up, you know, any shout outs you have?
Just shout out to GFG TV. My cousin Ray, T-Bear's down here. Bored Dad in the building, y'all. And, you know, this was fun. Thanks for letting me do it. You know, you do what you got to do. I'm sure you're the edit master, but you know what I'm saying? Just thanks again, man, and love to everybody, man.
We appreciate having you on, Juno.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Yes, sir. GFG TV.
Kick that. West YouTube, this your boy Big Ray West. You tuned in to GFG TV.